Now I can play a league with another Boros deck with another new card, Imodane as Recruiter. 3 copies to Giga test it and see if that's enough payoff. I have 2 monsters. Alright, let's keep. Last seen deck 11 days ago, Boros aggro, plays Spirebluff Canal. As expected. Drawing a third Convoke monster in a hand that was sketchy with regards to playing Convoke monsters. Did not pan out too well for me. Imodane's Recruiter. Could say it's shining. Your opponent suddenly plays a Fable. Alright, 0 drop. That works. It's a really good draw. Do we play Knight-Errant? I think I play Knight-Errant. I want to play more creatures, and my opponents with red removal will struggle, like they can grow the Shredder, but I think drawing 2 monsters is better now. Oh no, not the Blitz of Thunder Raptor. Having more Bushwhacker seems nice. Like my hand is rich in payoff still. So I get to do like Voldaren Epicure next turn. Knight-Errant. Find BTE. Play Bushwhacker or just play BTE. Order. Maybe it's Loxodon now. It probably is Loxodon now. And I play Bushwhacker and I attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 5, 10 goes down to 9. I think you just BTE here. Great advice. Just BTE and pass. I think I'll do a tiny bit more. So yeah, Loxodon aiming to win on the next turn. I don't know if my opponent is even playing Phoenix. I would assume no. And next turn we have the Imodane as Recruiter to just win to... I mean, even without the Recruiter I have... Raz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-power creatures. 7 2-power creatures and a Loxodon, but Recruiter just does that. Well, I was going to Bushwhacker, yeah, I was just wondering which Convoke creature to play. But like, I don't need to draw any more creatures, so just playing Loxodon is better. Seemed like. We won. Train troops. Train troops. So is Imodane's recruiter a fan of I'm trying to think of a synonym to like a train like the vehicle, but I can't. Can have some melee or volley. Gamer sweating Jeff. Kanister trying to come up with a joke, yes. So the punchline is that it's train troops, but it's train as in training. Because he's training the knights to become knights, warriors to fight for the empire. Recruiting them even. So it makes sense that a recruiter would train the troops. But I pretended to misconstrue it as train troops, where they would like arrive by train instead. No go backhand question mark. There is currently no go backhand in my deck list, yes. The counter putting ability is less needed when you have more payoff. I thought, at least. I thought you were implying that they're running a sex train. That was the next step that I wanted to get to. Right, on the draw, volley seems okay. Keep one giant killer for reasons. This seems immensely keepable. Actually, pretty good now. Let's go upgrade. Sad. Spellpiece is pretty high variance against my deck, as it can have its moments, but like this, but Gleeful Demolition is also like the only cheap spell. Zerg, I would prefer if you don't request Suhe Karaluk AI cover, so I'm going to remove it from the queue. And the reason for that is that the cover just sucks, and at some point the AI voice of Young Losia kinda breaks and she's really quiet. Like that you can't even hear her, so you please find better AI covers. Even if the attempt is nice. Co mówiłeś, bo telefon miałem? No wyjebałem ci piosenkę z kolejki. Rending Volley. Not the Blitz. Next turn, if we have 5 mana, we can play the adventure part of Imodane's Recruiter. Or I could just play both sides and attack. Wonder if Forbidden Friendship maybe can be cut. Spell Pierces. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 damage. If I just let this get spell pierce, I have 1 card in hand. So maybe better to let it go and play Bushwhacker. Still lots of damage, and then Recruiter can finish my opponent off pretty easily. So I guess if they would Brotherhood's End, I would need to draw a 1-drop for the Recruiter to kill them. Or I could draw a land and play the adventure part. Or I could win the match. So I did not end up casting this, I think, in either of the games, but it did seem like relevant that it was in my hand, and it very well could have been relevant for having more payoff, so that was pretty cool. What's that? Yorion Sky Comrade. Okay. Let's see if this hand, like how threatening that is, right? We go Thraben, we first with Throb, then we go Forbidden Friendship, then we go Recruiter, then we have something Bushwhacker, 2 Recruiter attacks, 2 Bushwhacker attacks effectively. Let's see if that's able to kill. Well, as long as we draw something that actually surges. Glacial Fortress. I tried the bunny. I have not tried the bunny, but I've thought about this deck a lot, and I thought about including cards that unlucky that trade with removal 1 for 1, and bunny does that. So I think it's just kind of ideologically kind of bad. And Burning-Tree makes a lot of sense with, you know, 7 Bushwhackers. Can send Benslayers. Yeah, I do have kind of an anti-Benslayer slant. But it's like in this deck it just doesn't make sense, right? Your opponent is gonna have like a few removal spells and you're gonna make 5 creatures. If you just let your opponent kill the creature, they're like, if you make 1 relevant creature that's actually good to kill the removal spell, it just doesn't make sense. Also, is Arclight Phoenix a Muldrifter or a Bendslayer? That's interesting. March, right? They take 8. So a land is gonna kill them. Friendship into Phoenix. Could try 12 Wack in Modern. I think it could have before. Nice. Well, kinda. I would have preferred to have drawn a land and attacked them for lethal, but... Cock down, okay. Let's go get good. Still one. I would have preferred the Epicure here, but we have a lethal haste creature, so at least there's that. So we are okay against another Verdict or another Sweeper. So, you know, if we beat, you know, my opponent's draw, then it's pretty impressive for my deck, right? Could have Clued instead of Friendship. Yeah, I could have, but Friendship just deals the damage, puts if red in play. Seems good to me. Alright, so beat Triple Sweeper. Kinda like last, well, maybe they can have another March, I guess. Win 2 white cards, and then we're still playing. I'm gonna bring in my Commandos, Catharos. And I'll add 2 Warring Announcements, and I'll cut Loxodons. 2 Ornithopters, let's keep 1 Loxodon. Don't like Reidane. I think there's gonna be too many free drops versus control out of this deck. Already brought Rending Announcements. Maybe the Giant Killer can be removed. You know, I'll actually carry Demolition. Okay, 1 Reidane for my viewers. Guess those are kind of 5 drops too. The Reidane effect on lands is insane. No, she actually doesn't do anything to lands. It just snow lands enter tapped, but they don't play snow lands. Unless they did and I haven't noticed, but... Nice mono 3 drops hand, but... This cards are just for temporary lockdown. It's good to kill the tokens which don't come back. Well, but the creatures do, so... Can also kill it in response, and it's also good against both Verdict and Lockdown, because they free power creature to flash in after Verdict. This is also, like, doesn't die to Lockdown, which is nice. Yeah, like the flash is irrelevant on that card. Like flash is part of the reason I like the card. Let's check the Reidane, how good it is. Brothers. Let's see if it's as good as advertised. Next time we can recruit our Bushwhacker, or we can train troops. If I recruit our Bushwhacker, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 13 exactly, so maybe. Ajajaj, z Reidane w stole tak zagrał widz zamiast zamku. No nie, no bo chcę spele grać, no już tam ten zamek o 2 obrażenia pierdoli, no. Ta krata nie będzie dobra za 5 tur. No co ten chłop zagrał? No skontrował i teraz mam tu jasne, żeby zagrywać więcej speli. Jak jest jeden drula, jak ty grasz, to nie wiem. I'm fine with that trade, that's like the crux, the situation. Shark is spooky. I can train troops. I can go recruiter Bushwhacker. 6 mana I can play 4 drops. Disaster scenario is attacking with Reidane and trading for a shark. Recruiter Bushwhacker forces action. Discard 2 top with the Omen of the Sea. So they have something that they want in their hand, right? They don't just have absolute dirt. So training troops seems like a good way to spend mana and no attack. Or attack if they counter. Zamek i Kluska, to jest control player approach to use Castle Embereth here. But it's like I'm not... Can't out-control my opponent. Absorb. It's sad that it gets rid of my recruiter. March on my guy, sure. I can play Yorion, right? Just a bit stinky. Missing land drops though. I have one giant killer in my deck. And also a bunch of lands. Good draw. Some reasons to play Ornithopter, but probably not good enough. Yeah, Reidane probably doing a lot actually this game. It probably looks better than Loxodon. Legion Angel, wow. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 mana, so attack with all. Percussions unblock, triple Zamek. I mean triple double Zamek. Legion Angel, I guess that's a way to spend your sideboard when you're playing Yorion. Just make sure that you have no cards in your sideboard at all. Nice, wins the match. Easy. So we got to spend our mana, which I think was more of a priority than not letting my opponents spend their mana. And we spent our cards, they had no cards, and we won. Was good, my friends. Best deck still. Typical Da Vinci comment. Outrageous claim about a format that he plays less than once a week at an LGS, and he goes 3-1 often enough. What's this, Giganta? Does it make a difference? I have a mount in my hand, so I guess I'll play this. Change the rocks on my Drabant. Cool. Oh wait, Jatora. I should play this and Demolition. I got too excited about the Jatora. Kill my goblin, not the Drabant even. I mean, my opponent might not be fighting the right battle, but it might be just a good enough of a battle. Okay. Aye. Still bush for 6 damage, I guess. 7. I'm saving this Ornithopter for next game. Can get Leyline bonded, okay. Need to have BTL sweeper. Exactly 13. Of course they can go Omna, Fabled Passage, BTL, Deadly Vanity. Can't lose, but no. Stomping ground, cool. Don't BTL me. Don't BLT me. Brother. Yeah, chain those cocks, whatever. Fine. Chain them. Be my guest. Rocks chained. They had a full house of chains. By which I mean a 4 of a kind. Draw last. Okay, 17 damage, so they block a free pair creature and they take raz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They actually die. Wait, they didn't play a land to... Oh, this card is great for its deck. Like, it actually feels kind of good right now. They didn't want to play land for 4 lands. Because they could play a land gain 4, grab Giganta. I don't know. Sodek didn't lie. I did not see Sodek talk about this card even, actually. Opponent greedy. I mean, it kind of made sense for them, but... Sodek is probably playing this card without Burning-Tree Emissary either. Cathar Commando against sweepers and enchantment removal seems okay. Could do Reidane and the same thing like with Loxodon, but I don't know if cutting Loxodon in this matchup is that good. The sweepers are more expensive. Reidane seems kind of weak against all the chains in the rocks, yeah, I don't want that. Volley and melee, not really interested in that. I need creatures. Bro End, well she's kind of bad against Bro End, but they don't play Bro End. Let's do it this way. Okay. Probably shouldn't keep this, but maybe, you know, I go like 2, 3, 4. Nice hand. I wanted to draw a 1-drop and say thanks, but unfortunately didn't pan out. Well, no place. I wanted to test new cards in Boros Convoke before the Cyborg Guide update and I insta 5-0. So far, Regal Unicorn becomes huge very fast but also dies to Fatal Push. Imodane's Recruiter is for sure a better Regal Eliozor, but I'm not sure if it's a better Bushwhacker. I mean, it's just, yeah, honestly, I did not need to... I don't think he actually played that league. I don't think he actually 5-0'd. I think he actually hadn't played any leagues. Because those are just, you know, true facts. What am I hoping to kill the commando? It's just flash monster versus sweeper. Plus, like, can attack the... kill the removal if in some situations it's gonna be beneficial, but... Is it Knight-Errant of Eos? Or Loxodon? Because here it's kinda close. So next turn I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 14, 19 lethal. They will have something. And not nothing, and Knight-Errant sets me up for... Like, I would probably never cast a Knight-Errant otherwise. I mean, maybe they will just grab Giganta and then I win. And the Loxodon is probably... It's probably easier for a Knight-Errant to be better than Loxodon later in this game. Because like, Hail Mary, Knight-Errant with 2 Convokers can actually do something, while... Yeah, Fable of the Mirrors, Racker, yeah, cool. Oh no, Sacred Foundry. Not winning. Demolition Recruiter is a lot of damage. So I'll go Knight-Errant with X3. Don't want a second Recruiter. No source of an artifact. Burning-Tree Emissary is pretty good with more Bushwhackers, I was thinking, so deck. If you could for like once think straight and not... Yeah, surely is even better, right? To Commando also not bad. You mean like to grab? Disco Commando. I mean, it's pretty bad to grab to Commando, but... Let's look up Sodex's list again. Because I didn't actually look at the list. So it's 3 Bunicorn, 2 Spalaran Spirit. Oh, so I only had 4 Bushwhacker total. Yeah, so I'm playing 7 right now this league, which... Like, this seems clearly worse than Bushwhacker to me. But having extras seems really good to me. Is that Fabled Passage into Sweeper, or just land gain 4 pass? No kurwa, musi mieć opierdolnego fetcha, nie? 4 ma w deku, zawsze dojdą. Rough times, brothers. I mean... Well, I can beat a Sweeper if, like, the thing left over is the Goblin, not if it's Omnath. Poprzednio miałem to co zawsze, no wiem, taki spłakany sobie jestem. Na wyrost. Swamp. Okay, could be worse. One card left in hand, okay. What's their companion? It's Giganta. Red. Oh yeah, Rending Volley sideboarders. Alright, this game not looking good anymore. Can deal 9. I mean... Still 9. Too bad I can't cast this, but I did cut all of my Ornithopters for Cathar Commando, so... It's kind of on me. Place Forest, gain 4, okay. I mean, I have 2 Ornithopters in my deck, so I can draw Ornithopter. I can draw a land and I can train troops. Can draw a Knight-Errant or something. Should I attack with the 2/2s? Like, is that trade good for me or for those? Not really. I don't think it is. because of Convoke top decks. Oh no, the beans. Not the beans. But it doesn't even grab Giganta at least. Choo choo. Choo choo choo. That's the sound of a train coming. Unfortunately, they can grab a Giganta and play it immediately. Caryatid, that's a terrible draw, which is good. As long as I control a treasure, I can actually cast Gleeful Demolition to trigger search. What's the green source color for? There is a card on the battlefield that costs green mana. On my side of the battlefield. Let it be a riddle for my viewers. It also costs red, yeah, but how many Inspiring Vantages can I play? We have 4 Forge, and I just don't want to play Pathways in a deck like this, right? Because a Pathway on white is really bad with BT, so I have a Thicket as an extra white source. You don't like Bugbear? Bugbear is fine, maybe it's better than Castle. Probably is. Alright, point went to 6, so I guess something happened. Oh no, they remembered. Giganta triggering beans. No, Fable Passage. 8 life. Bros, they gained like 10,000 with Omnath. I mean, better late than never, but... I mean, they just won't fetch. And I want to play the adventure part, so I'll... chop down. Can't really like play around that. So let me evaluate an attack. Deal no damage and I get my creature killed. Seems bad. Pretty bad attack. There's a chance they just drew another Omnath in the meantime too. Abzan. Cycle Triumph. Yes, Cycle Ketria Triumph. That's a signature move of this deck. No, don't tap mana unless it's free mana to cycle a Triumph. No, 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 brother, no, more Omnath. Raffineria's Tower, okay. It's Siege Rhino, draw a card. Baby Rage. Alright. Let's draw a Sacred Foundry. Baby Rage. Baby Rage. 18 life. Just go game 3. Never. They have one. They don't really have anything. BTE. Could Lurus be unbound Pioneer? Yes or no? Truly an eye-opening question. We have taken away one Omnath trigger from them. Many more to go, but Fabled Passage. Still have the mountain, okay. They're attacking. Yes. This deck needs Ferocidon. Well, it puts many tokens into play, so Ferocidon partially hates on the deck. For whom the dick tolls. $20 life. I think Pioneer is funny right now. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a particularly funny format. If not playing land, what they draw? What the fuck? Stameful Stroke. Imagine if I got this Stameful Stroke, I would feel so bad. Okay. They had this cantripping and they didn't cast it? I'll be curious to see the next card. Given that a large portion of the cards in my deck just wins. Right, I concede this beats me. They have Rending Volley too, then Cathar Commando actually looks kinda giga mid. The play is just play for Loxodon. You don't want Wedding Announcement against the slow and cringe deck. They have like too many things on board. Like Wedding Announcement doesn't beat Omnath, it can beat Absorb and Supreme Verdicts, but like not really Omnath and Kikijikis. You don't want Commando, I just card Commando. Like they don't have premium targets, they don't play the actual target. You want Reidane this matchup? I think Reidane looks horrible. Gets chained for one white mana after I spend 3 and I just die. I'll just go fast on the play. That's what I want to do against the 10 Triumph deck, which is gonna go top land, top land, top land, top land. I'll just, you know, I'll just win. Attacks through Caryatid and can get your creatures haste, so they chain Recruiter or whatever. Well, they're not gonna chain Recruiter ever. And again, opponent showed Rending Volley, which is another reason not to play a creature that costs 2 mana and is just one trades poorly, right? Good Gobakan matchup, kinda. They kinda have like bunch of blockers and they like tend to flood, so the Gobakan actually doesn't get that strong. So I think this is a medium Gobakan matchup and also doesn't work against all of their sweepers. So I wouldn't say it's a particularly good Gobakan matchup. It's just PTE Bushwhacker. To just win instead of messing around. I have so much damage in my hands. Not even close. Well, I clicked on the Knight-Errant of Eos for value, but then I realized that it doesn't make sense. Turn 3, we deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Yeah, that's exactly 20. We don't need a third land, we just need opponent to have nothing. Okay, we don't deal 20. Chain to the rocks, yeah. You won't Reidane in this match, have opponent with Rending Volley and Chain to the rocks. Yeah, Recruiter looking great here. Making sure that I have just like enough to go over the line, finish them. Instead of barely limping and dying in the end. They had stroke. Stroke this, brother. Pain cost. Shit. I mean, you have Leaf on board, so. Cool. Imagine they randomly play Fog. Fog this. -7. I like how it swiftly just turned from 7 to -7. Did I wash my hands? Do I shit from my hands? Okay. They traded. No, they don't trade. Good. Damage dealt. Planes. It's easier to spend mana if I throw away Clue right now. BT drove the Clue. Literally a 0 mana 2/2 Elvish Visionary. Crack, I crack, no, I crack. Ooh, 3 Thraben Inspectors. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. Raz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Bushwhacker is +7. I can keep the Ornithopter back to jump to survive. Then I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I mean, it's pretty rough to survive. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll just do this. This seems reasonable to me, but to think through all the scenarios is hard. Cracked blood is a good sign. They can't really convoke anymore. Easily. 2 damage wasted. No, 1 damage on the Ornithopter. BT is mana to crack a clue. Okay, but mana is mana to cast my creatures, which seems stronger to me. Because they're at 3 life, so if I go wide, I just attack them next turn. Thing is, no changes. Devil is as bad as it always was. Because it still doesn't kill anything relevant. People sometimes like to bring it in because they think it's for the mirror, but it's actually not. And like it doesn't actually match up well in the mirror, it doesn't really do anything. It kills a token, but it's not, it doesn't even do that frequently. Rending Volley is people boarded in too, but I think it's irrelevant. Maybe it's better than Giant Killer, but 2 toughness is pretty okay. Prevents turn to Convoke. Yeah, not even always though. But I guess if you want to bring the devil on the draw but never on the play, like on the play it's just no point at all. But I guess it's close with Giant Killer, I can agree on that. But moves to 5, my hand is okay and exciting. Can play a Thraben Inspector and then my opponent's gonna be like, damn, my devil doesn't work. Can I inspect your throbbing, what the Thraben Inspector says? God, I wish. Now they can attack me because of the devil, I guess. But if they don't have it, I get a free attack back, so. Play the 2 mana card, so I have an easier time spending mana in the future. I think makes sense. Oh, they cracked the clue. Damn. Best deck, by the way. Okay. Okay, well, that makes sense. Which one is it gonna be? Knight-Errant of Eos. Is a fog the best sideboard card potentially? Just ever in general, like lifetime? Magic the Gathering wise? Probably. Reckless Bushwhacker and Forge Devil. Yeah, nice Forge Devil. What about Chance of Glory? Yeah, what about it? I think I've seen it in some sideboards. It seems, you know, extremely hopeful to me. It's like you can see that Chance for Glory, like you look at a player who has a Chance for Glory in their sideboard, it's like the same player who boards Deflecting Palm against Murktide. I think. In Modern Burn. Or Combat Celebrant, yeah. Same, yeah, that's the same player. It's all the same player. Alright, game kinda close. It is in my interest to trade those off, I believe. Razorverge Thicket in action. Have a Bushwhacker, we have to defend from the Bushwhacker, so I'm not convoking the Eos right now. You have more creatures too, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have 3 more creatures, so convoking Knight-Errant on the next turn should be trivial. Clarion Spirit, sure. This one isn't too bad in the mirror. In fact, I'm in a little bit of a troublesome situation because my opponent has some dorky flyers and I don't. Is Razorverge the 5th Inspiring Vantage? You could say that, yeah. Maybe I want 2 Knight-Errant of Eos to go over the top. What if I cast a Knight-Errant of Eos? I have 3 blockers. And I take block 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. YOLO. I'm gonna draw blockers, extra blockers too with this. Maybe an Ornithopter to block a flyer per turn. Well, the clues seem real and stats also seem real, so. You might also not draw a Bushwhacker kicker card. Okay. Epicures. Thank you for the raid. Next turn I probably strike. Assuming I'll draw, you know, a spell with 3 tries, the blood tokens. When this dealing 2 in the air, which is fair. Perfect. Would the first Epicure cast and pop blood instead of second clue crack have been more efficient? Mana wise, yes, like definitionally, but also was that my goal to be more mana efficient? Not necessarily. I think I had the mana to spare. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures. And I have raz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 na 2 na 3 na 4 na 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have enough creatures, I believe. I hope. 5, 6. So you can crack a blood. Okay. I mean, we have many more creatures, and all my creatures are like at least 4 power. Okay, at least 2 power, I guess. That's probably too weak, right? What's up with the Razorverge Thicket? Yes, you figured it out. It's just a land that fixes my mana. A plains that cast PT. Awesome. I guess gonna deal 1 haste damage. Not a bad draw. Necessarily. For the next turn. If I draw a land, kill Cavalier. Nycto steps for 4. It's pretty fast draw. Cavalier. What they on top? Kurwa wiadomo, tam fuj tych Nyktosów już tam se kręci. Bączki typ, nie? Daj drugiego kawalerzystę, dobra, Carnot. Ratchet Bomb, pał pał. Cool. Hi Kaneki, why did you stop playing Modern? Because there's a Pioneer tournament in my future. Chancellor is actually not good at all for the matchup, let's cut it. It's a daily reminder that green is still crazy good FML. Well, green is a playable deck in the format of Pioneer, yes. Nobody has disputed that. Maybe like cat one recruiter. Don't want to get a hand that's too clunky. Am I going to Let's Lila? Yeah, let's go. This is almost interesting. Make 3 tokens on turn 1. I'll have trouble triggering Bushwhacker. It's an easy keep. Alright, if Solek says so. Well, is it an easy keep though? Could move on to a land that has 2 lands and also a devil. Alright, I guess. I have not tried Atarka Red Bliss. I actually have 0 interest in that, so... Why no chasms? I don't currently have chasms in my deck. I could have them in the future. Can't... I have 5 creatures but no white one, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll play 4 devil first. Some of cards in my sideboard are useless, so definitely could switch them to some useful ones. Another Kiora into Elf draw. Easy keep, by the way, yeah. Two Ornithopters drawn. Oh, fine Nyctos. Cavalier. Old Growth Troll, okay. OGT. OGT optimal. Missed land drop. Okej. No kurwa Sodek, nie? Dzięki w chuj. Dzięki naprawdę w chuj, zajebiście mi poradziłeś, nie? Świetny jesteś. Do we go face or do we attack Kiora? Probably face. They don't have Nyctos. Just waste a lot of damage on Kiora. Well, 5. They still have mana for Karn Silex. Now they have mana for Storm into Silex too, but just have to dodge Karn. Simply. You know, why would Mono Green have Karn the Great Creator available in their fucking hand ever? Land. Now land doesn't do shit, bro. Stop praying. It's too late. Bros, why do they keep playing the Filigree Silex? It's not even good. Nobody's playing Convoke. You don't need it. Just play, I don't know, God Pharaoh statue. Oh, look, I land. Nice.